Hello and welcome to the first video in a series for players new to Fallout 4 in 2024. I'm your host Lurch. In this walkthrough series, the objective will be to teach the many intricacies of the game. The Fallout TV series has caused interest in Fallout to skyrocket, and I wanted to cover Fallout 4 post-update. I'll be covering game tips and strategies to help you have the best possible Fallout 4 experience as a new or returning player in 2024.
War. War never changes. In the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. It is now the year 2077, and I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son.
As you can see, the first task is to create a character. Apparently one player made a faithful representation of Ella Purnell as Lucy McLean using the character creation tool, but I don't have the patience for that. I also read that someone managed to recreate the ghoul from the series, but that required a mod. I typically just do some light alterations to the default skins and leave it at that. And now we're ready for the apocalypse.
Your coffee, 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit, brewed to perfection.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Of course, Mum.
Since Codsworth seems to have emotions, his servitude is nothing short of slavery. As we watch the morning news, a visitor arrives bearing good tidings.
Good morning! Vault-Tec calling. Because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information, that's all.
Sure, let's do it.
Now, let's see.
And this is where we finish out character creation with attributes. Charisma and endurance are very useful in the Wasteland and should be prioritized for most playstyles. Luck can be handy, but it isn't the most important attribute. You need strength and agility for melee and close quarters combat.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks.
And after some banter with the better half,
Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down.
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? That's my boy, on his best behavior, just like his dad. Well, most of the time, anyway.
Wonder what Sean will grow up to be.
if you come back later and pick up the special book, you can put 2 extra points into any attribute. Now our attention is grabbed by some breaking news.
We seem to have lost contact with
What
our
did he
affiliate
say?
stations.
Oh no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
Okay. I'm reporting this!
So many trying in vain to get into the vault. Vault-Tec rep turns into a ghoul and can be found in the wasteland 2 centuries later.
Alright, that's it. Send it down.
Almost there!
Oh my god!
Hold on!
Can't this thing move faster?
Oh god!
We're headed off into the unknown. to a new life underground. But things are not at all what they seem and are about to take a turn for the worse. Step right up, grab your vault suit, and step into one of these decontamination chambers.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before...
Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Manual override initiated. Cryogenic bracelet suspended.
Open it. Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you short!
At least we still have a backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Why would Vault-Tec do this? I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back. I promise.
Don't forget your ABCs. Always be collecting, always be computing, and always be crafting. Pick up everything at first. Now you can go either way here, but I prefer going right. Just seems easier. We're coming up on our first combat experience here, where all we have are our fists.
Giant roaches? What the hell?
You'll want to grab the Red Menace holotape from this recreation terminal. It's a clone of the classic arcade game Donkey Kong, playable at any terminal or on your Pip-Boy. You'll want to keep an eye out for holotapes as they are often quite important. They can even give you missions. Continuing on to the next room, we must exercise caution, moving around the perimeter of the room to avoid getting zapped by the electrical arcs. At level 1, it is likely to be fatal. And now we realize we are the sole survivor of Vault 111. Next, we'll use a power attack to really smash those bugs. It is important to heal whenever you can, and this is clean water. Heading into the Overseer's office, we'll find a pistol and some ammo. There are also some stim packs on the desk. We'll use the terminal to open the escape tunnel. In the adjacent locker, we find another pistol, ammo, and the cryolator.
Nice. Coming back later for you.
The cryolator can freeze enemies solid. It's a good idea to conserve ammo early on, especially 10mm. As you can see, timing is everything with melee. And now that we've got our futuristic Commodore 64 smartwatch, we're ready to get the hell out of here. I guess they never invented Bluetooth.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back. surface. And thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
When you first leave the vault these days, you'll get about a dozen missions thrown at you. Most of these missions should be avoided until you are much stronger. Don't forget to loot the immediate area around the vault entrance. There's some good stuff there. And now we'll head on back down the hill to our former home where, for some reason, our friendly robo-butler Codpiece is still waiting to completely waste our time.
As I live and breathe, it's really you!
Oh my god. This isn't happening. Sean's been kidnapped. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. You're 2 centuries late for dinner.
Food? Yeah, sure. I need a minute to think.
Then I'll be right back.
Your ability to persuade people to get extra information or caps is determined by your charisma.
Excellent.
Picking up a magazine will award you a special perk.
Your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace.
I don't think the Reds are going to be a problem anymore.
I have an idea. Let's search the neighborhood together. After all, Sir and young Sean, they're my family too.
Are you sure you're holding up okay?
Mum, it's been just horrible. Nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. How do you polish rust?
What do you know, Codsworth?
I don't know anything, Mum. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself.
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate?
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, Mum.
So, after we're done screwing around with Cadsworth, we'll get our first real mission.
That's that, then. Nothing here but a few flies. Wait. My senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me.
If I only had a bobby pin.
This should be fun! Well, I suppose there's plenty more. They aren't here.
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, Mum? Plenty of people there. They only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home. They're a bit rough. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
After scrounging for a bobby pin, we can return to loot the safe.
Got it.
There must be someone who can help you in Concord.
Although crafting is very limited at our current level, we're going to do what mods we can to our weapons. This should help us out when we get to Concord. It is also a good idea to store what junk we've collected so far in the workbench. Before we head off to Concord, we'll want to get a good night's sleep. After all, we haven't had one in over 2 centuries. Better to set out in the morning anyway. On the way out of town, we'll stop and do some cooking. Food will be important early on to keep stim packs in reserve for when you really need them. Food can also come with temporary perks. Following the bridge out of town, we almost immediately spot the Red Rocket, another immediately available settlement. Here we'll meet our first companion, Dogmeat.
Hey boy, what are you doing out here all by yourself? You seem like an okay guy. Okay then, let's stick together.
As you can see, mole rats can be tricky to kill up close with a gun. Since we got our first level up, before we head into Concord, we'll choose our first perk. This early, it should be one that either increases your damage or damage resistance. Toughness would be a good choice, but I decided to go with Gunslinger because we started with good endurance. Issuing commands to companions is rather straightforward.
Hey. On him.
Don't quit, do ya?
'On the balcony! I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
Oh, okay, random dude I don't know. Let me just put my ass on the line for you. And we got another level up already.
No more British occupation! What do we good with you? You lost the back game! By the crown! Back to have your tea back, you chicken apes! Remember, lads, do with my tea.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
10mm would be a waste on the next target.
I'm telling you, man, let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Stop being such a fucking pansy. We hold out for the others like we're supposed to.
What are you, deaf? Sir.
Two birds with one stone. Wow, what a mess.
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you.
Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with.
You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk. But I'll be back, and you'll be dead.
I'm sorry, man. What did you say? Didn't quite hear you.
Peekaboo! Come on. In here!
And now we meet the worst NPC in the whole game.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your time is impeccable. Preston, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Ghouls? What are ghouls?
Wow. Maybe. You really aren't from around here, are you? We figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell.
Minigun? Now we're talking.
Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. Locked behind a security gate. You could give it a shot.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Good luck.
While picking locks is fairly straightforward, hacking terminals is rather more complex. While there's a relatively logical process to deducing the correct word, it is difficult in practice. It takes some luck when guessing as to whether you'll get enough clues to get it right in 4 tries. Good thing you can't get locked out permanently.
Got it.
Although you start out the game with a suit of power armor, you'll want to wait until you have several fusion cores on hand to use it again. It is also the weakest power armor in the game, and you won't be able to upgrade it much early on.
Personal log. United States Army Staff Sergeant Michael Daly. This past Saturday, October 23rd, a vertibird crashed into the roof of this museum. Cause? EMP following nuclear detonation. Several, in fact. From the intel I've gathered, this was a global event. The co-pilot was killed. Pilot died of his injuries a day later. Flaherty and Canaway were shot by some scared, desperate survivors. Then Brzezinski took off running. Haven't seen him since. Now, it's my turn to go AWOL, if that concept even applies anymore. My armor's fusion core is burned out, so I guess my soldering days are
done. Why don't you get down here? Let you and my boys have a little talk.
Come on, I've got places to be! Nothing to worry about. Don't you die on me! Damn it! Come on, I've got places to be!
Hold up. Got company.
Finished off the Deathclaw with 9 rounds to spare. If I'd run out before he was dead, I would have had a serious problem. At such a low level, it would only take a couple of good swipes to kill you.
You okay?
I'm fine, Preston. Quit fussing.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you were on our side. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you. Maybe you'll come to Sanctuary with us. We could use your help getting settled there.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful. But there's more to your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it, and I know your pain. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
I need to find my son.
I can't see him. Not clearly. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later. The site will paint a clearer picture. Now let's get going. Sanctuary awaits.
All right, folks. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about.
You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? Now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
So, Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Well then, Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
And so begins the longest walk in video game history.
I still can't believe you took that thing out.
First time I've seen one of these things up close. I'm very glad it's already dead.
Time to pick another perk. Since I chose Gunslinger last time, I'm gonna go with Toughness. So basically, this crazy old junkie is telling me to go to Fenway Park. Okay, since I don't have any other leads, I might as well. But first I'll be nice and get Sanctuary properly livable. First order of business is to get out of the power armor and stash our junk. You must never leave a fusion core in a suit of power armor, or the next time the settlement is attacked, an NPC will use it and you'll never get it back. I also need to make sure we're not encumbered. People need beds to sleep in. Scrapping junk will give you crafting materials. 20 minutes later, they're finally here. Time to have a chat with Preston so he can shovel all his responsibilities onto our back.
I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us.
Yeah, I used to like living here. Before the war.
Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. Anybody else make it out with you?
Just my son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here. I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minuteman is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
I'd be glad to help.
The Minuteman could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Before I talk to Sturgis, I'm just going to relocate this cooking station somewhere more convenient.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord. If only we'd run into you sooner.
What happened to you guys?
Long story short, we've been on the move since the attack on Quincy. There used to be more of us. My son, he's gone.
I understand how you feel. I lost someone too.
But you and we're still here, right? We have to go on. For them.
Since we now have plenty of steel, I'll repair the power armor, even though we won't be using it again for a while. As I already know what Sturgis is going to ask me to do, I'll just get on it. All settlements need food, water, defenses, and beds. You need 1 point in each category for each resident, and it is all displayed at the top of the build interface. You only need power if you're going to build something that requires it. Defensive turrets are self-powered. You must assign someone to a guard post for it to provide benefit. You must also assign workers to tend crops or no food will be produced.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. Thanks again.
While all settlers, named or not, will have some kind of weapon, it is usually a weak one. So giving your guards an upgrade will go a long way to ensuring they are actually useful in fighting off an attack. Giving them some basic armor is also not a bad idea once you've progressed a ways and are swimming in basic armor. Don't forget to equip weapons and armor on NPCs.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll start planting right away.
We don't have enough veggies. We'll have to get more. Since it is easier to see during the day, I'll get some sleep before finishing up here. We don't have enough defense, so I'm gonna build some automatic turrets.
Concord was bad news, huh, Mama? You ever seen one of those suckers before?
Oh, sure. Plenty. One time, I killed a deathclaw all by myself. No power armor, a fancy minigun, just a pipe pistol, one bullet.
Yeah, or quite the imagination.
As I said, always be crafting. Gonna do some more weapons mods now that we have more resources to work with. This will make them more effective in combat. Always be cooking. Gonna head off to a place called Drumelin Diner. It is the closest trading post. I can buy some potatoes and corn to finish the planting and sell some loot. I'll choose Medic for the next perk to help what few Stimpaks and Rataway we have go farther. From the south side of Concord, we'll take the road southeast to get to the diner. But first we have an encounter with Trash Can Carla, one of several roving merchants in the Commonwealth.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
Let's see what you got.
I have a little bit of everything.
Another benefit of a good charisma score is better prices. Certain aid can also raise charisma if you want to get the most caps from selling a big stash.
We had a deal, Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Now don't make me come in there and shoot up that little trading post of yours.
Swing around, I'll keep him busy.
I'm gonna be sick.
Expect to stumble right into the middle of other people's problems. Could I have avoided this fight? Sure. But any threat to a source of income and supplies is a threat to us, so definitely our fight.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Hi.
Oh, itching, just itching all over.
Excuse me.
I can't wait to see the crows feeding on that scumbag. Here, this is for you. Now, if you ever need to trade, my shop's open.
You got things covered from here?
Yeah. It's gonna take my son a while to get off the chems, but we'll make it. We always do. Now, let's get back to business. You need anything for the road?
Let's see what you got.
It's all worth every cap I'm charging.
Gonna buy the rest of the veggies. and stock up on some ammo now that we have some caps. And with business completed, I'll fast travel back to Sanctuary to finish the planting. Not really trying to keep things neat because I'm trying to finish up here quickly. I'll remove some of this fence because it was really getting in the way. Codsworth is a fairly useless wet blanket, but he can man a guard post. He does have laser armament, which will make him the most effective guard at this juncture.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
I'll take Gun Nut for the next perk, which allows for better gun mods. If you aren't the best shooter, focusing on improving that's accuracy might be better. With the planting and housekeeping out of the way, we can finally head towards Diamond City. Folks at Ten Pines Bluff can wait a while. Not like they're actually expecting you to show up anyway. In the next episode of this walkthrough, we'll see the best route to Diamond City for avoiding tangling with enemies we can't handle yet. We'll discover a few key locations, claim another settlement, and meet a new companion. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I plan to release a couple of videos per week and will be focusing primarily on Fallout content for the foreseeable future. Bye for now.